It's us again, Mr. Fredrik and me, Anastasia. And today we will speak about the resale unit and the contract for it. Because in our previous videos we already spoke about the contract for completed project, about the contract for off-plan project, and today we will speak about resale unit and contract for it because it's also different compared to completed and off-plan project, correct?
Yes.
Guys, because when you buy the unit from developer, I mean, when you came to the sales office and you have some representative who will help you, they will explain you the whole process and everything. But when you're buying resale unit, when there is no representative of this project, how to do this? So Fred, can you please tell me the difference, first one, the difference between the contract, resale unit and, for example, off-plan and completed?
So if you buy from the developer, right, like you said, you normally have a representative that will take care, they will lead you through the process, and most of the time they will do everything from A to Z. They will do the contracts, they will do they will show you what to do next, how to do the transfers and the whole thing. You do it together with them. But if you buy it directly from a let's say private individual that's reselling, then of course you have several options. You can either use an agent and that can assist you with all of this, or if you don't want to use an agent, you can also use a legal advisor or a lawyer that could help you with all of this as well. So it's completely up to everyone what they prefer, right? In terms of the difference, pretty much the same as we said in the previous video, is that if you're buying a resale, of course, if it's completed, it will be a different contract with constructions and all of this. If it's a resale in a project that is off-plan or currently under construction, it will be a slightly different contract as well. Either there will just be a contract that says that you are taking over this contract from the other person, or it will be a brand new off-plan contract, like a standard contract. You will get a brand new contract and the old owner cancels with the developer, and you make a brand new contract straight with the developer with the terms and conditions. Yeah, so it's different ways that you do the resale, but the most common one is when you buy resales, it's normally a completed project. So then you just make a new contract with each other with all of the things, pretty much the same as in the previous video we made.
Yeah, but how to do this, for example, if the previous owner Thai person and I'm foreigner, so how we will do the contract that, for example, I don't speak Thai and they don't speak like English. I mean, speak, but not for the contract.
Again, either you have to use some kind of representative to represent you, meaning either you can use either an agent that takes care of all of the paperwork and everything and make sure everything is okay, or of course you can use a lawyer that makes sure that everything is okay. In many cases, again, it's case by case. In many cases, the seller will have their lawyer assisting in the sale. So then, of course, if you feel comfortable using their lawyer, you can use their lawyer to take care of everything, or you can employ or hire your own lawyer to represent you. It's, again, it's case by case.
Is it needed to have a lawyer or can be without lawyer?
Again, it depends on who you're buying from. If there's someone that you trust and everything is good and you know it's good, then no, you don't really need a lawyer, but you still probably gonna need someone that can assist you with let's say the land department, because again, if the seller and yourself, if you're both foreigners, in the land department they still don't really speak very good English, so it's good to be able to communicate in Thai. And number two, most of the paperwork that you need in the land department will have to be filled out. Again, most of these papers are in Thai, so
It's better to have someone who speaks
Yeah.
Thai and can assist.
Yeah, but example, if you have a Thai partner, then of course this Thai person could probably help you out, but it doesn't mean that they know everything. But well, nowadays everything is a Google search away. But of course, if you want to be really sure, it's better to have someone professional like yourself or a lawyer to double check everything and make sure everything is okay.
And in Thailand, contract usually in English or in Thai. Is it correct?
Yes, only those two languages.
Yeah. And when I do resale unit, so and the contract in Thai, and I don't understand. So in this case, I need to have a lawyer who can explain me, and we can go to the land department and do all of the paperwork. Or we can do this in English also.
Again, I would never recommend anyone signing anything that they don't understand. I mean, if you're gonna sign a Thai contract, then the least you should do, you don't have to go to a lawyer, but the least you should do is to get the contract translated before you sign it, so that you know. There's plenty of translation companies that can translate it into whatever language you wish. So, like for instance, for yourself, you probably prefer to have it translated into Russian. There are companies that can translate from Thai to Russian. You still have to sign the Thai contract, but then at least you know exactly what it is that you're signing. Yeah, so this is the least you should do. Of course, if you want to be extra sure, so to speaking, then yes, it's better to employ or hire a lawyer to do it, of course.
And when it's resale unit, I mean it's completed project and resale unit, usually owner, they already have chanot. This is official
The land title, yeah.
yes, with the, for example, with your name. When we do resale, and chanot also is in Thai, so same as with the contract, it's better to have someone who can help and translate it. There is now my name, there is no...
Well, theoretically, if you wanted to, you could go up to any random Thai person and point at the name on the contract and ask what it says, because Thai is still phonetic, so they will pronounce it as it's spelled.
I know with my name.
Yeah,
I got
but
it.
of course, again, if you want to be sure, again, if you're a foreigner and you have no one that speaks Thai, I would still recommend that you either hire a lawyer or that you use an agent who can provide you someone to do all of this for you. So again, you shouldn't really sign or do anything unless you actually know what's going on.
There is something, maybe some clauses, which I have to check. Or with resale unit, it's already...
No, you still have to do your due diligence. Number one, depending on who the original owner is, of course you have to check whether or not there's any type of loan or mortgages or something on the title deed. Because if it's Thai, they can literally go to the bank and they can borrow money, or they can use this as collateral for something, right? So that will be shown on the back of the land title deed.
The chanot.
On the chanot,
Oh,
yes.
okay.
And if you only get a copy of the chanot, or if you have an older version of the chanot, it might not be updated. So it's still recommended to check this beforehand. But in worst case scenario, when you go to transfer the title deed, it will show in the latest update when they update it anyway. Then of course you have to make sure that you're actually buying it from the rightful owner. So
What does it mean?
So, well, you might live in the unit and you might have access to the unit, but it might be in your boyfriend or husband's name. Then that person needs to be the one who signs the contract. You cannot sign on his behalf without a power of attorney or something similar to that. Yeah. You also have to make sure that if there's two names on the title deed, both people has to sign. You can't sign alone if you're buying it together with someone.
So, and these two people, for example, to name in the contract, they have to be in Thailand and sign everything in Thailand. Like they cannot transfer some document from Europe or other countries.
Yes, they don't have to be in Thailand. They can do it from overseas as well. But then it's a completely different process. They still have to get them notarized. It needs to be translated. They need to go to the Thai embassy to get it confirmed there. And this is a process that takes a couple of weeks, but it's possible to do it. Of course, it's a lot easier if they're here to sign in person, so to speak, of course, but they can also be overseas.
And another question about the payments, because when you buy a unit from developer, it's easy. So you do all your transfer to the developer bank account. So there is not another, like there is no other people involved. So for example, if you're a developer, I'm representative and here the buyer. So he transfer directly to you, not to my bank account, and I transfer to you. How it's going with the resale units?
Again, either you can transfer directly to the owner if you trust the owner and everything is okay. Otherwise, it's still again better to have someone to represent you. So many people they prefer to use an agent or a lawyer to receive the money first, and then once it's done, they will release the money upon transfer. So the most common way to do it is to issue a cashier check. And you bring the cashier check to the land department to show that as soon as this is over, this is the money that I will pay to the seller. Yeah, so then they will accept that as full payment and they will do all of the paperwork. You walk away with your new title deed, and the seller walks away with the cashier check.
Money.
Yeah.
And to
summarize
it,
yes.
First one, this is the general information. So, and second one, contract. Yes, there is difference in the contract. It depends if it's completed project or if it's off-plan project. Also, if you're buying, for example, completed project, you need to make sure what you sign. So take a lawyer or translate it or agent, whatever. So if you don't understand, do not sign this.
Yeah, that goes for everything everywhere, I guess. If you don't understand it, you shouldn't really sign it, right? That's, I hope, is general knowledge. But yeah, there are plenty of professionals in both Phuket and in Thailand whose job literally is to make sure that you get what you pay for and that everything goes right. So if in any doubt, you should always have someone representing you. That's the moral of the story. Now, yeah, you should always have someone representing you if in doubt, and of course you should never sign anything that you're not sure what it is. Always make sure that you do your homework and due diligence properly, and again, use common sense, I guess. Yeah. So yeah.
Okay, so today we gave you the general information about resale units. So if you have more questions and you need more deep information, you can contact me and I'm happy to help you. So, and see you in the next video.